What's up guys and girls, your boy The Hunter Fisher. Welcome back to the Epi Banger video, and today's video is all about me building my very first custom BFS rod. Let's get right into it and see how it does. There we go guys, the official session today in 1 hour. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro, but today's video is all about my custom BFS rod I built recently. So a new hobby that I've kind of gotten into lately is rod building. So I've built a swim bait rod, I've built inshore rods, I've built, a couple of inshore rods now. I'm building my second BFS rod now, but I have one BFS rod here today. I'm gonna go into the specs on the water. I gotta actually check if this place has water first, but I wanted to hurry up and get this intro out of the way because my batteries aren't charged. So, because I went fishing yesterday and it kind of tanked. I've actually already tested this rod and I love it, but I'm also going to further go into detail on camera so that I can tell you guys all about this rod, why it's great, and I love making this rod. So it was a great process, but if you guys want to see more videos about custom rods, let me know. Building these custom rods has become an awesome hobby for me to do. I'm getting married, so I'm building all of my groomsmen's rods for them to actually, as like part of my wedding gift to them. So it's a really cool process and it's been a ton of fun. So if you guys actually want to see more videos on rod building, let me know. I'm gonna try to see if I can make them interesting at least. I'll be like, I built this rod, I built that rod. I want to make them interesting and not just, you know, oh, tutorial based or very spec heavy, and because spec heavy videos seem to not do well. But besides the point, this rod was actually built for myself for my wedding, so it has like a bunch of commemorative sayings and my fiance wrote on it, everything. So it's a really cool rod and I think it's gonna be awesome to use for panfish and trout. The reason why I built it for both of those things is because I'm going up north for a trip with my fiance for our honeymoon, so trout are what we're probably going to see, river trout, so it's a longer rod. And also I will be testing another thing today, my very first Shimano Calcutta Conquest BFS. It's a great little reel. I got to actually test it yesterday in saltwater, but like I said, I didn't catch many fish at all yesterday. I caught one pinfish and a couple of mullet, which sounds crazy, I know, but I might roll the clip really quick here. I can't even see what it is. Is that a mullet just hooked weird? That's what I think it is. Yep, that's why.
Oh, boy,
trying to keep him away from the rocks.
He's a fighter, isn't he?
But yeah, besides the point, let's get down and get out of here, get to the water, see if there's even water there, and then let's hopefully go and catch some. I'm hoping to see some flyers, speckled perch, crappie, maybe a couple of bass, bluegill, whatever. But let us actually get into the water. Is that a tick on my window? There's a huge bug in my truck right now and it looks like a tick. Let me just go hurry up and get on the water. All right, y'all, we're gonna put this stuff up. One, the pond is extremely low right now, so I'm being quiet because I'm pretty sure the fish can hear me walking around. At least that's what I think. But here is the rod and reel combo right here. I absolutely think it looks sweet for what it came out to do. This is a 3-piece travel rod, so the reason why I wanted to do that is I want to get more in travel rods. I've been using more travel rods lately and I've really enjoyed the portability, but I went with a split grip and that's what my fiance wrote right there. I love you more. It's all sweet, you know, whatever. I went with I believe this is a Fuji SKS grip with a carbon insert right here. This I absolutely loved because it felt so nice while keeping it super light. This rod in total only weighs 3.4 ounces. I would have shaped my own grips, but honestly I don't have a lathe set up, so I don't really want to. But this is actually the MHX Travel Freshwater Series blank. It's the 841.3, which means it's rated for 1/32 to 1/4 of an ounce. It's rated for, I believe, 2 to 6 pound line. It's really meant for panfish, trout, and crappie, which is a panfish, I guess. But this rod has a moderate fast action and it casts very well for what I honestly expected. This is a 16th I have on and a 16th ounce Eurotackle B-Vibe head. Oh, almost cast too well. I actually just hit a bush on my side. That's the reason why I missed it that cast. All right, let's get a cast in. I actually already took one cast at the pond and I felt a couple of nibbles, so hopefully we won't have to get downsize it at all, but might have to. but this actually loads up really well on a 16th. So I'm actually really happy about that, because 16th is really the lowest I really use often. I never go below 16th often, but when I do, it's typically, I want something that's rated for a 32nd if I throw a 16th. And this is pretty good for it. And this reel cast's awesome, guys. So if you guys want to see a review of the CQ BFS, I actually might review it. I bought mine used, which is okay. And it's actually like, I think 2 or 3 years old, I believe, from a guy named It Must Be the Bait on Instagram. He's really cool. He's getting into rod building like I am about BFS, so we've been talking back and forth about a lot of different things. Oh, heck. I love how I'm talking all these good things about this reel and rod, and I can't even cast right now. Oh my gosh, there's so many weeds in this pond, guys. If you guys can't tell, the water used to be up to here. It's crazy how low the pond is right now. Just because, so Tallahassee, they'll change the drainage, getting in preparation for storms, and we got preparation for storms, and we never actually had storms hit us directly. So it's like we did all this draining, and it can be good for fishing sometimes to have drained areas, but sometimes it can be bad. Personally, I've always had good luck on drained ponds and stuff, because it's just less area for the fish to be roaming at. So it's pretty predictable, because they're looking for more food and it's in a tighter area. Oh my gosh, but the muck though. The muck is the worst part about drained ponds. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully we get a fish. I know there's a lot of speckled perch in here, tiny ones though. Nothing actually eating size. What's nice though is this drain has kind of created like a little trail around the pond. So it actually might be good. So guys, I'm also building a 5/6 rod. Oh, I just got picked up by a fish. But I'm also building a little 5/6 rod to use for like shorter presentations for like creek trout fishing. So hopefully that rod turns out as good as this rod turned out. This one's been super sensitive, so, and I've really liked it. I think this rod's gonna be better for like river trout fishing because it has more backbone than that 5/6 I ordered it. Oh my gosh, I just scared a fish right there. Oh, I just got one. We got a fish, guys. First freshwater fish on this rod. Oh my god, it's a big old bluegill. Sweet bluegill, guys. Big old bluegill. On the new BFS Custom. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys and girls. We're gonna take a quick picture of this fish and let him go. Just give me one moment. Just caught this little bluegill. Oh, I left the pliers in the truck, so hopefully I don't have to go get those at any point. Oh, that water's cold. Holy crap, that fish was so cold. But guys, that had pinned up, that I hook set really well on that fish. And what I did was just casting out in the middle. So it looks like they're in a little bit less of this shallow grassy water and more of that open water that I can find. Oh, heck. I'm also getting used to this new reel, guys, a little bit. I'm using Eurotackle 6-pound braid. I'll actually include links to everything in the description. So yeah, using a bunch of Eurotackle products today. I'm getting used to this new reel. So Shimano's FTB, it's a lot more laid back and relaxed compared to the Daiwa braking systems. So you kind of have to thumb more than you would with a Daiwa reel. Oh, I just got bit again. Oh, I just lost a fish, guys. Ah, oh, dang it. Guys, I am glad this is panning out because I was worried that with the water this low, I was not expecting to see any fish. But as I was saying about the Shimano reel, these reels are not very easy to get used to at first. So I used to have the Shimano Karate BFS, but I honestly sold it because I was not a fan of the reel. It just did not perform what I expected out of what I expect to see out of a $190 reel. So I was just like, this is kind of a waste of money to have to just not to be a good performing BFS reel. But this CQ BFS on the other hand is a completely different story. This thing is an absolute tank and a workhorse of a reel that I've been really excited to try out. I got it mainly for more close cover situations, but using it for what I'm doing right now is really enjoyable. I honestly think I am going to have to put out a review on the CQ BFS though, just because it's really changed my perspective on Shimano versus Daiwa for BFS. And I've come to like Shimano. If the Aldebaran braking system is similar to this one, I would like the Aldebaran. And I might consider getting the Aldebaran 2022 eventually. But to be honest, I think I'll buy the next generation of this reel before I buy the Aldebaran 2022. Just because if, oh my God, I just scared a massive fish. Guys, we're gonna pick up the stuff and move down a little bit because there's no action down here. So let us see what we can run into. I actually tested this reel in salt water yesterday, guys. Not reel, rod in salt water yesterday. It's not what it was designed for, but honestly, the blank is surprisingly good for doing saltwater light game stuff. This paddle tail is perfect for what I'm doing right now. I was gonna try a couple of different lures, but to be honest, I might have to stick with the paddle tail. Yesterday, I really liked this rod for using treble hook lures. Oh my God, something huge just hit over there. But I was using this rod for treble hook lures yesterday. Liked it for that, but honestly, this rod has just enough backbone to handle a jig hook or two. So I don't mind using it for both. This rod's a really great all-around BFS rod so far. So one thing I'll say real quick, guys, is I actually originally built this rod to hold the Kestrel Elite BFS. The reason why I'm not actually using it on there is because I wanted to use this reel more today. That's really the only reason why. I still like the Kestrel. Just after getting this reel, I'm like, it's like, why? It's like picking up, it's like GMC versus like a cheap knockoff version truck. I don't know if that exists, but like you have supreme quality with an all metal frame. It's a cast reel. It's crazy. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like picking up an Amazon fly reel and then picking up a Sage or something like that. It's just one of those quality differences. Is like, it's gonna be impossible because this is an all metal reel. It's not worried about being the lightest reel in the world or any of those details or whatever. I just like using this quality. Let's put on a new paddle tail since he ripped the paddle off of this one. You know, I don't know if I have the exact color I just caught fish on, but I'm gonna try a different color and maybe it'll get more fish. This is actually my favorite color of the B-Vibe, guys. This is the Fire Tiger color. It's not the, I haven't really used the Bait Finesse Empire exclusive color enough, but this color kills it for me. Just in salt water and fresh. Literally, like, up until like a couple months ago, I didn't catch fish on any other color of B-Vibe than this one. It's the Fire Tiger. It's got like a cool orange bottom effect and a green color on top. It's a great little paddle tail. And these paddle tails, yet they're so soft, which is okay because you're getting a really good value out of the pack. They have so much action. The only issue is you might go through a few. If you get into a good school, yeah, you're definitely gonna go through a few. See, I'm getting really great distance on this reel. It's just I cannot film it to save my life. Oh, there we go. Oh, pull and drag. Not bad. That's another spec. Let's go. Studs, dude, studs. Oh my God, that's a stud. That's a keeper size, guys. That's a keeper size spec. Let's go. That's awesome. Awesome looking fish right there. Guys, I don't know if I would keep fish out of this pond. Oh, that was an easy de-hooking job. But I don't know if I would keep fish out of this pond just because it's like a lot of runoff in this area. This is actually a naturally occurring area though. So this isn't like a retention pond, but it's a part of the natural flow of Tallahassee. So, oh my gosh, the casting distance is insane on this reel. I switched colors and it didn't even matter to the specs. That's funny. Great distance right there. There we go. Another good spec. Man, these specs are fighting hard. Let's go, guys. Dude, I am killing them. This is crazy. This is nuts. This is awesome. I'm loving this. All right, guys. Let's get this fish unhooked and back in the water. I took my pictures. Let's go. He is back in the water to go off to go make more specks. Sweet. Let's do this, guys. Guys, I'm extremely happy that I've caught some specks on the rod that I built for it. So it's just really awesome to see. Guys, I also noticed this rod really loads up well on light weights. Like, honestly, for the blank that I bought, it's a great little blank. If you're wanting to get a rod that can load up well on 16th ounce to 32nd ounce lures, I might try a 32nd today, but to be honest, I'm doing good on this lure, so why change it up, you know? Like, I'm one to experiment, but if it's working and I'm catching bigger specks, I'm like, why the heck would I put it down? Well, guys, GoPro's been overheating on and off, but I just caught a fish on the B-Vibe again. It's a little BS. My GoPro's been overheating like crazy. I caught him right over there. So he is freezing cold. It's kind of funny. It is December in Florida and it is 80 degrees right now. And my GoPro is overheating. So tell me how that makes sense. But I mean, I'm getting great distance down there. I literally fought that fish in all the way back. That was really cool. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I lost it. Let me go walk down there. I gotta walk down there now. Oh my keister, dude. Oh my bejesus. Holy moly, dude. We are gonna replace this paddle tail because apparently we're just gonna burn through these today. And honestly, I put this one on weird anyways. So let's put on another one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know if, did I get it on video? I did get it on video. I just got bum rushed as soon as this thing hit the water. Oh, it's a bass. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Not a bad little bass, guys. He demolished that. You better chill, bud. Sweet, guys. Well, I'm probably the catch. I'm just gonna throw a couple more casts around, and I'm honestly about fished out for the day. I honestly just wanted to come out for a really quick trip. Nothing too hardcore today, and just because I'm like on the back burner of yesterday's kind of sucking. So I just wanted to come out and see if my pond, this is like a stomping grounds for me. It's a rather public place. There's just no one comes here because it kind of sucks. But this Finesse stuff works awesome here. So I've been enjoying it. It's a great little Sunday afternoon trip. I'm probably gonna edit this video and get it out pretty soon here. You know, I always say that every time I make a video. I'll get this out soon. No, it won't. It takes like a month. I just get distracted. You know, I've been building so many rods. It's like I get distracted and I get too much into rod building. So it's like, oh, that was a freaking bomber cast right there. Oh, I'm getting you in this time. Oh, heck no, little baby speck. You've been nipping and nabbing at my dang swim bait this whole time. I am not happy with you. I am not letting you. You know what? I ought to make you a mini sandwich. But you're lucky you're small, and I would hate filleting you. But I do have a fillet knife on me. I could fillet you for fun, dude. I'm not going to, because I'm a nice dude and I care about the conservation of our waterways. You heard? Oh yeah, real quick, guys. I didn't even tell y'all. Fun fact about these guides, and these guides I did on here, which there's a ferrule wrap. I actually did mess up a little bit on the epoxy of these guides, but I've actually since gotten better at applying epoxy, so I don't have to worry about that problem anymore. But I actually salvaged all these guides from old BFS rods and old spinning rods that I've broken and don't use anymore, because I figured why not still use the parts that I still have if they're just sitting there in my closet. And that's what I was like, heck, let me just use, I don't even have to pay for guides. And now I have like Fuji recycled guides, and some of them are Fuji, some of them are American Tackle. Let me fix the rod. But I mean, these guides are perfect. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1 on the tip guides. And honestly, I learned with making these custom rods, you always are gonna try to put more guides than you actually do need. I don't know why it does that, why people do that all the time, but you really don't need that many guides if you properly deflect your rods. So, which that means is essentially bending your rod and putting it under load, and it does really well. So, did not put a lot of guides on here, but I'm getting great casting distance anyways, and awesome strength on this rod. So, be careful with how many guides you have on a BFS rod if you ever build your own, guys. Little baby speck, little baby speck. Heck yeah, guys, I think I'm getting ready to call it here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm trying to pull some hat tricks right now. Well, not hat tricks, sorry, I'm thinking World Cup. Pulling some what is it, comebacks, that's the word I'm thinking of, not hat tricks. When you're watching too much World Cup, guys, you get distracted. Thank you for biting, buddy. Did he make it? I think he made it. Yeah, he made it. Okay. I was worried for a second that he did not make it. That was a cool little catch because I was just like mindlessly reeling. I just got bit again too. Oh, there's another one. Another one, dude. They are stacked, apparently. I think I have the school coming near me. All right, guys. I built a crappy rod, and apparently it's great. I'm actually working on building my fiance one right now, but in a different color, with a little bit different wording and stuff like that on it. And different length, too. But holy crap, guys. We are in the specs. Again. I think I've caught at least... let's make that 8. I think 8 specs. 8 specs, guys. I could have just put together a small stringer, honestly, and kept all these fish. All right, guys. Just spec after spec after spec. We're doing great. All on the Eurotackle 2-inch B vibe. Thank you for biting, buddy. This little paddle tail has just been slaying them. This little rod's just been keeping them pinned too. Sorry, I'm bragging right now, but good Lord, it's turning out to be a good day of fishing. What was that? I just lost a giant fish, guys. I think I just had a catfish. There we go. There we go. 2 more casts too. Little tiny specky boy. And he dove straight into the grass. So with these specs, they're also super slimy and cold. It's prime time spec season, I can tell you that much. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I just want to say a couple more closing remarks just about the rod before we go do the outro on the truck. I really enjoy the rod. It actually was really great for catching the specs because it was just really enjoyable to be able to catch specs like this and be able to get the backbone in there, but also be sensitive enough to catch specs that are only 5 inches big. So this rod gives me a little extra reach as well, and it's really fairly balanced with I believe this is a 10-inch grip I did on here, and 3 pieces. I mean, this is a great little rod if you're looking for a travel option and you want something that you can build to make a good rod. This is a great blank. This is the MHX Travel Freshwater Series 841.3. Love the rod. I really enjoyed making this rod, and I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love the way it handles crappie, and I definitely look forward to using this rod for a long time. I built it to last, so I love the barber pole design I did on here. I did like essentially a, like, you know, the barber poles you see in front of barber shops right there. So, but looks great with this reel, and really I couldn't be happier about this rod. I'm really looking forward to testing it out with some trout. Plan on using this with spinners, a lot of things like that. Spinners for probably trout and crappie. When I go up north, I'm probably be targeting rainbow trout and brown trout. Also gonna be targeting probably some yellow perch here and there. I've never caught any of those species, so I look forward to trying it out. But I believe that is all for me. I'm gonna go do the outro on the truck, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, that was one heck of a day. I absolutely enjoyed getting out today. I had some free time this afternoon, so I figured why not come out here and try to see if we can get on a few speckled perch, crappie, whatever the heck you want to call them. I had a feeling that the waters would be super low today, and I was like, okay, this could be either really good or really bad. And I took my chances coming here because this spot, as pressured as it is, people just stopped coming here because it sucks, and I enjoy it a lot. So this is like a spot like right next to my house, so I like coming out here. So that was a really fun day. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching the video. I really hope you guys are interested in rod building, or if you aren't really interested in rod building, if you guys ever want to see custom rod making on my channel, let me know. I might make some more content around it because it's a lot of fun to make rods and to see what kind of uniqueness you can add to the rod, and to see if you can fine-tune the casting that you want. So with me being a BFS guy, a lot of your BFS rods that are in the market, at least the American market, aren't really fine-tuned to certain techniques quite yet, because we don't have a lot of availability of products here in the US. Really, the biggest retailer so far that has BFS gear is going to be Bait Finesse Empire. So really, if you guys are looking for BFS gear and you aren't really gonna make a custom rod like me, I really highly suggest baitfinesseempire.com. I got all my supplies for that I used today: the line, the leader, the jig head, the paddle tail, everything except the reel and the rod today I got from Bait Finesse Empire. I want to say a shout out to Amir. I have been really strongly supported by Bait Finesse Empire. This channel's been just really supported by Bait Finesse Empire. What he's done for me to actually keep making content has just been phenomenal. I appreciate everything that he does, and I really look forward to making more content. I actually got a bunch of trout minnows I've been really having a lot of saltwater luck on that I actually talked about in my last video. So it's been a lot of fun to try out some stuff from Bait Finesse Empire. Besides that, guys, if you guys want to see more rod building videos, if you want to see the process of rod building, even though my office is a mess, if you guys want to see the process of rod building, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys really enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, like and subscribe, because it really makes a difference, especially with the YouTube algorithm. It's acting so weird nowadays, so I never know what really is going to do good as far as videos go, but I have a feeling that this video might do well. I got my fingers crossed because it was a lot of fun for me to make. I got out there, caught a couple of decent specks, a decent bass, and a decent bluegill, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, guys, I really hope you remember this, because fish fairy.